At the end of McClung Road, outside the town of LaPorte, Indiana, there was a farm. It belonged to a Norwegian widow named Belle Gunness, a large, hard-working woman, well-liked, raising her children alone. She was also looking for a husband. In the Norwegian-language newspapers of the Midwest, she placed advertisements. A prosperous widow with a fine farm, seeking a man of means. Come in person, they said. Bring your money, and tell no one where you are going. And they came. Norwegian bachelors with savings, farmers who sold or mortgaged everything for a new life with her. They stepped off the train at LaPorte and walked out to the farm. And then their families never heard from them again. The trail they left is real, written in the ledgers of banks. Ole Budsberg mortgaged his Wisconsin farm and was last seen alive at the LaPorte Bank. Andrew Helgelien withdrew nearly $3,000 and disappeared the next day. It was not only the suitors. 2 husbands had died in her house. One when a heavy butcher's grinder supposedly fell from a shelf onto his skull. Infants in her care had died. Every death, every one, was insured. It was a brother who finally forced it open. Asle Helgelien came looking for Andrew and would not stop asking questions. In May of 1908, the sheriff began to dig in the soft ground of the hog lot behind the house. What they pulled from that ground, they would never finish counting. Bodies, dismembered the same way each time, packed in sacks with quicklime. Andrew, Ole, John, Jenny, her own foster daughter, and others they could never name. At least 11. The investigators never managed a real count. The remains were mishandled, put on display, scattered. A modern study guesses around 25. The famous number 40 or more is legend, not evidence. But here is the strange part. By the time they dug, Belle Gunness was already gone. Days before, in the dark hours of the 28th of April, her farmhouse had burned to the ground. In the cellar, they found 4 bodies, 3 of her children, and a woman with no head. The coroner ruled the woman was Belle, but the body was far too small, a head shorter than she had been, and far lighter. One of the doctors said it plainly, "This is not Mrs. Gunness," and the head was never found. They had identified her by dental work, found in the ashes, but in the courtroom a witness swore under oath that he had watched a man take that bridge work from his own pocket and plant it in the ruins. Her handyman, Ray Lamphere, was convicted of setting the fire, but a jury cleared him of murder. After he died, a confession appeared in the newspapers. Belle had killed dozens, it claimed, faked her own death, and walked away. It came from a single source, after everyone was dead, and it was never tested. 100 years later, they dug up the body buried under her name to settle it for good. The DNA had decayed too far. It proved nothing at all. So, 2 questions sit at the end of it, and neither one has ever been answered. The honest answer is the one nobody wants, because it doesn't close. We do not know how many men went into that ground. The people who should have counted them didn't. And we do not know whether Belle Gunness burned in her cellar that morning, or murdered one last woman to take her place, and walked off into a country that never found her. The farm on McClung Road is gone now. The questions never were. Belle Gunness, LaPorte, Indiana, never closed.